Good afternoon. Welcome to the South River Mayor and Borough Council meeting number 1, year 2022. Happy New Year to all. Statement of publication, Madam Clerk.
In compliance with Chapter 231 of Public Law of 1975, notice of this meeting to be held at the Criminal Justice Building, 61 Main Street, South River, has been published in the Home News Tribune on December 17, 2021, posted in the Municipal Building Bulletin Board, the Borough website, the front door of the Criminal Justice Building, 61 Main Street, South River.
This meeting is hereby called to order. We will do in the first business of our agenda is to swear in the council member elect. First will be Peter Gindy, and he will be administered the oath by the Honorable Judge Thomas Domenecki. Face the camera there, to the side. Peter is joined by his family members there.
I,
Peter Gindy,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same,
and to the governments
to the governments
established in the United States,
established to the United States
in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
and under the authority of the people.
that I will faithfully,
I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of the office of Borough Councilman
of the South River Borough Councilman,
according to the best of my abilities,
so according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
The Honorable Judge Thomas Domenecki to administer the oath of office to council member elect Jason Oliveira. Who also joined by his family.
That's a long Bible. You always use it a lot.
It is the most
All right.
Yep.
I, your name,
Jason Oliveira,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear
and that I will bear
true faith and allegiance
true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all of the duties
of the office of Borough Councilman
of the office of Borough Councilman
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my abilities,
So help me God.
so help me God. Thank you.
This year, we're doing something new. We're not swearing in the firemen, fire chief. They've already been sworn in at our previous meeting. We are just having basically a pared down agenda for today, and our regular agenda on the 10th will include the various positions that normally were done on January 1st will be done on that day. Call the rolls. Madam?
Mayor Council,
Here.
Councilwoman Ballas. Here. Councilman Seola,
Here.
Councilman Gindy,
Here.
Councilman Gerchinsky.
Here.
Councilwoman Mira. Here. And Councilman Oliveira.
Here. Let us please stand for salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. Please be seated. Additionally, we have our new council members make some comments if they so choose. We will begin today with the senior member, Mr. Ginty.
Thank you. First of all, welcome to the reorganization meeting. Mayor and council, family and friends, South River residents, I hope everyone had a very happy and healthy holiday. Happy New Year. I got quite a few thank yous. I want to start off with my wife. She has been extremely supportive. I know it's been a little hectic in the past 3 years. In my third term being back, especially with the pandemic. I know that she's experienced me going out quite a few times, trying to deal with the town in different ways. I cannot thank you enough. It's overwhelming to know that you're still there helping out. To my 11-year-old Emma, a young lady, she has showed me quite a few interesting characteristics of her. One of them being the most responsible person in the house, probably even more responsible than me. Every week, and this is true, every week she comes to me and she asks on Saturday and Sunday, what does your week look like? What kind of meetings you have? Yeah. And I'll tell her my meetings, and then she asks what time. She tells me what time you have to be there, and it's like a working plan. And that day, she'll come to me and say, don't forget you have a meeting that afternoon. You gotta be home at a certain time, make sure you have dinner. This is what she does to me every week. And I love you for that. So yeah, the opposite, my carry cat, she's interesting. She overhears her sister talking, and she comes to me that afternoon. She goes, Dad, I know you have a meeting, but don't forget to make the ice cream ready for me. That's her concern. That's her responsibility. Honorable Thomas Dominici, I can't thank you enough. You've sworn me in 4 times. And, when I call you, you're first thing out of your mouth. I'm ready to do it. Let's do it again. I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate what you have done for me. I know we're going to go for it. To the South River residents, the support has been overwhelming. This year, I know it's been a little hectic. Jason and I walking, campaigning, going door to door, meeting a lot of people. It's been tough. Believe me when I tell you, it's been tough. But we hear you, and I promise you this: the changes are going to come even more than ever. We have a good council on our side, and we're going to make this happen the right way. Jason, I have to tell you, I had the opportunity to work with Jason 3 years ago on the Parks and Rec Committee. I saw something in Jason that I realized is going to be one asset to this town and to the council. He has done more than just put South River ahead of him. He's showing responsibility and showing determination. Jason, I had a very, very good time working with you. And for that matter, I can't wait to get down to working with you as well. With the last past 3 years, it's been a little tough. I know that the first year being back on the council, it was a building year. We always say this is what South River used to be. My saying is this is what South River will be. I'm a strong believer of it. I don't believe in the past. I believe in today, tomorrow, and for that matter, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. A change has to be made. Change has to be drastically made. I believe that if we don't get our cuffs rolled up and our, I should say, dirty, we're not going to move forward in life. One of the things that I admire, and it's actually my nephew's in the audience today, Tyler, is every time I'm around him, he is stuck with nothing but bruises, cuts, bumps. And I always ask him every time I see him, Tyler, what happened to you? And he says, well, I tried out another sport. And the more and more I see that he does things like that, the more I envy him. Why? Because he's not a quitter. He's willing to actually get himself cut up just to get forward in life. Something that is a really great characteristic in him that we should actually follow, not only from him, but from other people in the town. In the last year and a half, I've had the opportunity to work a lot with developers, business owners, people that want to bring this town back on its feet. South River, has a lot of direction. We just need to pick that up and go forward. A couple days ago, I actually had the opportunity to see a quote, or I should say a press conference from the late Kobe Bryant. He was 2 games in, they were winning, and the reporter actually said, "Are you done?" And Kobe Bryant said, "No, I'm not done." He goes, "Well, you're winning by 2 points, 2 games." He goes, "I'm still not done." He goes, "I will win, and I still am not done." We still have a lot of work to go ahead of us. With that said, we need to find a way to actually work forward, not backwards. I know it's not easy. I know that we always have our differences on the dais, and for that matter, with a lot of people in town. But the people are actually the ones that actually keep us going forward. They're our direction. We just gotta listen. I will leave you with this last quote. And the quote is, "The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing." With that said, and that was said by Walt Disney himself. With that said, Happy New Year, have a happy and healthy holiday, and please stay safe. That's all I got.
Thank you, sir. Mr. O'Meara.
Good afternoon, everyone. Unlike Peter, I actually wrote something down, so I don't have to be looking down at my phone. I want to start off by wishing everyone a happy new year. I want to thank my wife, my daughter, and my family for their support as I continue a journey that I began in July of 2021. As you guys noticed, my daughter and my wife left. Unfortunately, my wife is not immune compromised, so to be on the side of caution, she decided to step out, which I completely understand. I also want to thank our borough residents for instilling their trust and confidence in Councilman Gibby and I to serve an additional 3-year term. During my swearing-in ceremony in July of 2021, seems like it was forever ago, I quoted Stephen Covey's statement, "Seek first to understand, then to be understood." The last 5 months have been a journey in trying to understand the policies, procedures, and the inner workings of our borough. I believe that I have been able to build a solid foundation that I will be able to expand and continue to build on over the course of the next 3 years. Since being elected, I've been approached by some residents and they ask, "What are your goals? What do you want to do?" And over the course of the next 3 years, I would like to tackle the following issues. I would look forward to working with the mayor and council to improve the communication and transparency, not only for our borough residents, but within our council as well. I would like for us to continue to be proactive. Let's continue to have plans and systems in place. My supervisor, who I consider to be my mentor, always says, let's be proactive instead of reactive. Let's try to see what issues are, going to be plaguing us down the road, and let's see what we can do to mitigate those issues. And most importantly, I would like to represent all borough residents through bipartisan teamwork. For my fellow council members, I leave you with this. George Shaw once said, "Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything." I understand that change is difficult, but it's a necessity to allow us to grow. Thank you, God bless, and a Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to the agenda, nominations for council president.
I would like to nominate Councilman Tony Seola.
Second.
Are there any other nominations? Hereby declare nominations closed. Nomination for council president of Tony Seola. Do we need a roll call? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Ballas?
Yes.
Council President Seola?
Yes.
Councilman Gizzi?
I'll be abstaining.
Councilman Gerchinsky?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer?
Yes.
And Councilman Olivera?
Yes.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Another year of excitement.
Oh, yes.
Let's hope it's not as exciting as 2021, so, but also in part of the agenda, you have a few comments.
Just want to say to everybody here, thank you for your support and as Mr. Ginty said and Mr. O'Hara said, we're going to be working this year to definitely move the borough into 2022 with development, with other things going on in town. So I'm looking forward to working with everybody on that. On that, thank you.
Thank you, sir. We normally don't have ordinances introduced, but this is somewhat pressing, so we're going to have an ordinance on first reading by title only. I'll be voting on this, instead we'll be voting it on the 10th, I believe. So ordinance 2022, number 1. Madam Clerk?
An ordinance amending an ordinance fixing the salary ranges of certain borough certain borough officers and employees in the Borough of South River, this pertaining to part-time animal control officer. May I have a motion to accept?
Motion.
Mayor, I'd like to move that the council pass ordinance 2022-01 on its first reading by title only, and the clerk be authorized to publish the same as required by law, with a second reading and public hearing to be held on January 10th at 7 p.m. by video conference via Zoom or in the council chambers of the Criminal Justice Building at 61 Main Street, South River, New Jersey.
I'll second that.
Motion has been made by Mr. Seula, seconded by Mr. Gindi. Roll call.
Councilwoman Ballas?
Yes.
Councilman Gindi?
Yes.
Councilman Gertenski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mira?
Yes.
Councilman Olivera?
Yes.
Council President Seola?
Yes.
We'll revisit this on the 10th. There are consent resolutions. There will be 2 amendments to that. That is to number 3 in the 2022 meeting schedule. We're going to add January 1st, 2023, the reorganization meeting. And to the official schedule of holidays, we're going to add the word observed after January 2nd, because next year, Christmas and New Year's Day are both on a Sunday. So the Monday afterwards, we will observe the holiday, so we will set that for today. Otherwise, are there any to be read separately? Hearing none?
Resolution 1, rules of council. 2, council liaisons. 3, as amended 2022 meeting schedule, holiday schedule. Number 4, 2022 temporary budget. Number 5, the official newspapers. Number 6, appoint borough attorney. Number 7, appoint borough engineer. Number 8, appoint borough prosecutor. And number 9, appoint borough planner.
Motion to move.
Second.
Second.
Motion has been made by Mr. Gindi, seconded by Mrs. Ballas. Roll call.
Councilwoman Ballas?
Yes.
Councilman Gindi?
Yes.
Councilman Gertenski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mira?
Yes.
Councilman Olivera?
Yes.
And Council President Seola?
Yes.
The ordinances have been set up. Thank you. Welcome to our professionals. We are required under our state statute to have public comment. You can stand up, ask any questions. You'll be given 10 minutes. Please give your name and address if anybody wishes to go on first call, second call, third call.
Motion to close.
Motion closed by Mr. Gindi, seconded by Mr. Seula. All in favor?
Aye.
All against? The ayes have it. Governing body comments. Mr. Gindi, any comments?
Happy New Year. Stay safe.
Mrs. Ballas?
I'd just like to congratulate again Councilman Gindi and Councilman Olivera, and wish everybody a happy, healthy, and safe new year, and looking forward to 2022. That's it.
Mr. Olivera?
Just wanted to wish everyone a happy new year again. And if you are interested in getting involved, I know we have a couple of spots open. Please let Council President Schuler and Mr. Mayor know that you would like to get involved. This way we can see if we can fit anyone in on any of the committees that we have. Thank you again and happy new year.
Mr. Gertenski?
Thank you, Mayor. First off, I'd like to thank all of our people that work for the borough for a happy, healthy, safe new year. Also, being the first of the year, I want to remind everyone to check your smoke alarms and your CO2 alarms, please. With that, I thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilwoman Mara?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Happy New Year to everyone. Mr. Mayor, I just have a question if we could answer for everybody since today's the 1st. I know our next meeting isn't until the 10th, but in preparation for our meetings ahead of us, especially with the committees, are we looking to decide to go virtual again? I'm only asking this because this year I know I'm not the liaison to the Board of Health, Ms. Ballas is, but we had already also scheduled the event of the rabies clinic. So I'm just curious as to how we will go about, this month at least. I know the schools have prepared somewhat of what they're going forward with the kids. I just wanted to know if we have a plan for how we will set up, at least for this coming month, just to be able to let everybody know beforehand. The rabies clinic was scheduled for, I believe, January 22nd. That involves, volunteers, borough employees, and it's at a borough facility. So if we could at least get some type of direction as to where we are going for this month.
At this point in time, I expect everyone to be meeting in person. I know that like East Brunswick has declared a mask mandate. You cannot basically go into any public building in East Brunswick for this month unless you're wearing a mask. I have not issued anything like that for South River. I leave it up to the individuals. We're going to see and just take it and play it by ear. If, like, for example, the Board of Health feels that it would rather meet by Zoom, then they can meet by Zoom. But I do expect the various commissions and committees to be meeting, to continue to be operating. Now, as far as taking care of the animals, well, that's gonna have to be people coming in and doing that. We'll see. If the volunteers don't want to, well, we may have to cancel it. If we don't have enough borough employees to take care of it. We'll just have to play it by ear.
I brought that up mainly because I know that event specifically is down at DPW. So I just wanna have that prepared and everyone to feel safe. So, I guess Ms. Ballas, if you could reach out to the Board of Health. I know I was reached out before this meeting today. So if you could just reach out and see what the direction will be, cause they have everything prepared for the end of this month. With that said, just thank you, Mr. Mayor, for the liaisons that you have given me. I hope everyone continues to reach out to their committees and attending them. Thank you.
Thank you. Council President Seula?
Thank you. Just wanna say congratulations again to Jason and Peter. Look forward to working with you guys, as in the past. We have a good relationship going there. And, everybody just stay safe, have a happy and healthy new year, and, that's it, Mayor, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Basically, I've said everything that I was planning to say throughout the meeting. When it comes to COVID, still with us, please don't panic. Stop, think. If you feel better wearing a mask, wear a mask. If the business that you're going into says they suggest wearing a mask, put on the mask. Be considerate to other people. And, we're gonna get through this because it's going to peak and then it's gonna drop off. So, by the end of January, I'm expecting this latest one will be out and onto the next variation or thereof there, so we can get back to just getting our plain old colds and flu. So, again, a happy new year. Our next meeting is July the 10th. We're expecting to get through.
July?
Sure. Sorry, January.
Alright.
So, yeah, after the funny days, to mess with. January 10th at 7 p.m. We're expecting it to be here in person. So, if there's nothing else to come before us, may I have the
Motion to close.
Motion has been made by Mr. Gindi, seconded by Mr. Gurczynski. All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Ayes have it, we stand adjourned. Happy New Year.